hello, bienvenidos. Welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title, today we are doing our summer palettes. Our top 7. I actually picked 7 palettes this time around. I did have 10, but I felt like, you know what, I can talk, or I can showcase the color stories that I want to talk about in 7 palettes. But first, obviously, I want to talk to you guys about one of my favorite brands that I've been talking about nonstop over the last few months. That is Dossier, you guys. Oh my goodness. Can I just tell you, I think I saved the best for last, If you have not heard about Dossier, they have replica perfumes of higher end brands. And I mean, they get it to the T. To the T. It is unbelievable how amazing these smell and last, and everything about them feels high end and smells high end without paying high end prices. I love it, you guys. So this time around, I have Floral Pear and Fruity Honey. And let me tell you, I think I found my signature brand that I love. These both are a replica of Jo Malone, and I've never heard of Jo Malone until I learned about Dossier. And you guys, I think I have found my signature brand. Oh my goodness. My favorite is Fruity Honey. All-time favorite so far is Fruity Honey. I love how this smells. It's just perfection. This is me in a bottle. I have found my signature scent. I'm so excited. It's the Nectarine Blossom one from Jo Malone. Oh my gosh, I love it. Fruity Honey. If you're going to do yourself any favors and try to get one of these, try this one. The Fruity Lemon is my favorite. Floral Pear is beautiful as well. You guys know I've been talking about these nonstop. I love these. They are beautiful on the skin. They last all day. I do have a coupon code. If you are interested, I'll put it down on the screen as well as the description box. If you are new or have a new email, sign up for their welcome email address. They'll send you a 20% off coupon, and you can tack off my 10% off coupon to get 30% off your total first purchase. If you don't like a scent, you have 30 days to return it. No questions asked, you guys. That's what I love about this brand, is that they're very clear, transparent, see-through. There is no hidden fees, hidden things that they do. They're sustainable. I mean, everything about them, cruelty-free, you name it. Like, this is the future of perfumes, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm so thankful I was able to work with them, and I was able to try 2 more of the fragrances. There are a few more Jo Malones on their website. Ooh, I already am mounting a collection of perfumes as it is, and here I am. I'm telling you up front, before I learned about Dossier, I only had 3 perfumes, and they were there for years. Now I've added so many more with the fraction. I think the amount of Dossier for perfumes that I have now may have been like 3 high-end perfume at that cost. Like, these are between $29 and $49 a piece. So you guys, they're awesome. I know a few of you guys have mentioned to me you have gone out and purchased them and you love them. I know some of the content creators here have tried them out, whether they've worked with them or purchased them on their own. And I'm telling you, I have yet to hear one person complain about this brand. They are awesome, awesome. And they're always looking for suggestions, you guys. They're always looking for scent suggestions. I have a list going. I'm going to email her because there's a few scents that I wish and I want them to put on their website if they don't have them already. Anything you need to know about Dossier will be down in the description box, you guys. Thank you again so much for supporting this brand, supporting me, and allowing me to have this opportunity with them. Thank you, Dossier, for allowing me to get I found my favorite brand. I can't believe it. I didn't think I would. I love all the scents I've picked so far, but none of them have given me that extra touch where I'm like, yes, this is me in a bottle. I finally did, and I'm so excited. So I'm thrilled, you guys. You have no idea. I'm gonna go through these 2, especially these 2, rather quickly, so I'm already having them to repurchase those. So alrighty, so are you ready to learn about my 7 new palettes? These are actually, yeah, I've never had these for more than a year. Oh no, maybe one of them I have had for over a year, but none of these I've showcased in the past when it comes to summer, spring palettes. So these are all new, which is exciting. I always try to do a new list for you guys. So if you have something similar or you did end up getting it this year, one of these palettes, you can pull them out for the summertime. So if you're interested, stay tuned. But first, if you're new, welcome. Alejandra, I go by Alex. eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash by Japan. If that is something that interests you and you want to continue to see on your feed, subscribe and join us. And now let's get on with my top 7 faves. Okay, you guys, if I'm talking a little bit funny, I know every single video I have, I feel like I do a story time with Alex right before I start the video. I had jalapeno chips yesterday and I noticed that my lips are sensitive to spicy cayenne pepper kind of stuff. Because even like lip plumpers that have that in it, it irritates my lips. And I had that yesterday and the inside of my lips are a little bit swollen. You can kind of tell. They're a little bit swollen and I can feel that it's a little bit raw on the inside of my lip. And I'm trying not to talk funny, but I kind of feel funny because it's a little bit swollen. I shouldn't have ate that many. They're the kettle jalapeno ones. They're just so good. They're so good for the summer. So I know I have to control myself when I eat those chips because it'll swell up my lips. Might be a good thing, might be a bad thing for some, but for me, it feels a little awkward. Alrighty, let's start out. Now these are in no particular order whatsoever. Like I mentioned, none of these have I actually showcased in one of these series, like in my top favorite seasonal palette. So I'm actually very excited. And some of these are new from this year that either I've purchased or gotten it through PR. So first one I want to share with you guys is the What's Up Beauty Geode palette. This was sent to me in PR. You guys, this is that spring into summer perfection. The color story, the formula of these, I've spoken so highly of these. And again, I mentioned that in the review. This formula supersedes a lot of indie brand ones. Even ones that I've tried this year that are new to me. I'm like, wow, this is so much better. So much better, I promise you guys. Really, really good quality. The color story is amazing. Everything about this, it just screams warm weather, cocktails, out at the beach, enjoying the weather outside, flowers everywhere, the sun is shining, you know what I mean? I love this, absolutely love this, and I would highly recommend this one. If you are interested in this brand, I would highly recommend either one of their palettes, but this is the one that I would choose as my first one for the summer. Now, you guys know that when it comes to my top favorites of seasons, I have said it a million times. I am a lover of color as well as neutrals, and I do not discriminate. Oh my goodness, I can't even talk. Did not discriminate. And this one, I gotta say, is summer. California Love by Colourpop. Now, I don't even know if this exists in Colourpop's world. Mine's a hot mess, as you guys can see, but it is a beautiful palette. There is one missing here. I took out all the glitters out of all of my Colourpop palettes and put them in a specific Z palette because my kids love to use them for arts and crafts in the summer. So I pulled them all out since I'm not really going to use them on my eyes unless it calls for it. But I don't use this glitter as much anymore on my eyes as I used to. And in my nails here and there. So I just let the kids play with them in arts and crafts. And they love that kind of formula because it's a lot easier for them to pick up and do it in their arts and crafts. Just a little fun tip. If you have children and got all those glitters, it's fun for arts and crafts in the summer. And it does adhere to like wood projects you're doing, paper projects, whatever project. I'm just letting you know. So anyway, so that's where that one is. I just took it out and put it in that list. But this one is summer for me. I love that burnt, coppery, brown, yellowy, gold kind of looks. Orangey shadows, yellow shadows, beigey, peachy shadows. Like I love that in the summer. And this is it for me. Colourpop came out with a palette called Lucky Penny. And the reason why I never was interested in it, even though that is like, this is what I love for summer, is because of this palette. This palette has it all already. Why would I have to buy that one? It's the same thing. So if you have California Love or you have something similar to this, pull it out in the summertime. It is beautiful. This one, I really, really like it a lot. Now this is the new Menagerie Sugar High palette. I was tempted to do another look with this one recently. I thought about it, but I went with this instead. Don't ask me why I chose neutrals today. I'm not wearing any of these palettes, even though I did wear one of these this week. And I didn't even think about wearing one of these in this. I'm sorry, my brain is everywhere trying to pan a bunch of things. But anyway, this one is so pretty. Isn't this summer? Like this is summer. This is in your face, beautiful, but you're still getting some sort of toned down shades in here. So then that way you're not really, it's not all in your face. This is beautiful. I've done a whole video on this. This one, the formula is really good, and their very first round pan palette, and they did such a good job with this color story. Really, really nice. Artwork is always beautiful, and even the artwork reminds me of summer. Doesn't that remind you of like a fruit salad with all the fruits all around it? It's just so pretty. And this is a flying squirrel. Is this a flying squirrel? I don't think it's a flying squirrel, but just a fun fact, I've had a flying squirrel in my basement, and we did catch it, and we did release it the correct way with professionals. But just letting you know, we did have a flying squirrel. Here's another Colourpop one, and I'm pretty sure this is discontinued, but you all know Colourpop, they love to re-release things and just name them something differently with a different packaging. This is the Colourpop Lush palette. Look at this packaging. Now, this packaging reminds me of Costa Rica. When I went to Costa Rica, those bunch of summers, like we have family. I have 2 uncles that live there. I have aunts. I have cousins that live there. So whenever I want to hop on a plane, I have somewhere to stay. And I have visited that country up and down since I was like 3 years old. So for me, it's like my backyard kind of thing. I haven't been there in years, ever since I had kids, but we are intending to go back. I promise you. This is what this reminds me of, because I did go through the rainforest. I went horseback riding on the rainforest. I remember seeing these toucan birds up in the sky, iguanas, monkeys. I mean, you name it, it was there. It was beautiful. And this palette just is summer all the way. This is the palette I wore in Monday's video. The video of my deck of panning. Just in case this is out of order, it's my deck and panning palette. So I did wear it for that day too. Oh, it's just beautiful. You're getting like these 2 rows right here are all these blues and greens that, I mean, they are in your face. This is really good quality. I know that Colourpop is hit and miss, but this one's really, really good quality. And I love the fact that you get 2 rows of more toned down, subtle. You know, you don't really have to have a pop of anything if you don't want to. You still got 6 shades to work with. So you're not really, if you are somebody who doesn't use these colors often, at least you're getting something to work with around. And if you don't have this one, I'm pretty sure you have plenty of palettes that have these shades, and you can just add your own pop of blues or greens in there. But this is stunning. I really, really like it. And every time I think of summer, like I honestly picture this, wearing this with like a bold orange lip. Yes, that's me. And it might be the packaging too, the green and the gold. I mean, the green and the orange. It's really, really pretty. I love it with a tan. All right, this one is a new one, which excites me, and I'm so happy that I was able to try this brand. This is the Cleona Dragon Fruit palette, you guys. Oh, this is summer. Does this not scream? The packaging is summer. Even this like plasticky looking kind of neon color reminds me of my summer, like the summer shoes, the summer purses, the summer beach bags. Like this just reminds me of it completely. Beautiful, beautiful collaboration, beautiful. I was able to try the formula in many different ways. The colors are just beautiful. They really stand out. I am about to do a look with these 2 because I'm dying to do a look just with these 2. I'm constantly popping into this palette to pop something on my eyes, to use it as an outer V, to add it on my lower lash line. It's still something I am reaching for, and you can clearly see with the usage on this palette. I think that they did a phenomenal job with this, allowing us to try different brands within the palette and, you know, in one piece, in one thing where I didn't have to pick and choose it for myself. Even though sometimes I do like to pick and choose what I want, but this, the color story, everything about it, I loved every single shade. So that's a definite summer palette. Even the packaging, isn't that cute? Oh, it's so pretty. All right, this is the only palette I've had for years, and I never showcased it in this kind of video, which surprised me. But I will say the Metropolis palette. Now that it is back, limited time, you guys. If you want this palette, run out and get it. It is limited time, limited amounts at the Natasha Denona website itself. This is stunning. It's stunning. I love this palette. It gives me everything I want for the summer into fall. It is gorgeous. I just love it. I genuinely love it. And honestly, this is one of the first palettes I ever bought from Natasha Denona because I felt like I was paying the $130 that it was, but for a lot more shades. Because is it 130? I can't remember. 129. I don't remember what the cost is, but you got less shades and I wanted more shades to work with. So this is one of the first large ones I ever bought from her. And I didn't buy it right at launch date either. It took me a while to get it. I remember we had just bought this house around there when I first started getting interested in saving up for this palette. Beautiful, beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing. I can't complain. I cannot complain. Nope, 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 nope. Love it so, so much. And last but not least is this palette. And this palette, whoo, I gotta say this is probably my #1 palette from this brand at this moment. I haven't seen their release that they're releasing this month, but I am interested in it because this one blew it out of the park. This is the Nomad Paradise Island one. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love the packaging. I love the color story. I love the imprints on this. This is truly a summer palette. You don't need, what I find fascinating is, and this is maybe my way of thinking, but I just want to put it out there just in case this is your way of thinking quietly without saying it out loud. You don't have to pick 10 different shades to make a look. I can go into this palette and put this all over my lid and maybe put this in the inner corner or this one in the inner corner and I'm done. I don't need to have this one, this one, this one, this one. Like, I mean, when you have a colorful palette, you can just pick 1 or 2 shades and you're good to go. You still can have color, but it's not a multitude of color. Like for instance, today I have neutrals up on the top, but then I have a pop of color here and a pop of color here. So I'm kind of like balancing things out. And I feel like sometimes when people look at this, like certain individuals, not everyone, for instance, I'm calling out my sisters on it. They would look at this and like, oh, that's too much color. I can't do that. You don't need to have pick and choose 4 or 5 different shades, just 1 or 2, even 1 you're fine with. And it should be okay to make whatever look you want to do. This is beautiful. Formula is amazing. I love it. Genuinely love this. Cannot wait to see what their new release is because I am really, really excited for it. I find that their summer and spring color stories, I am so much more into than their fall and winter ones. And I love this one. Love it. And this one was sent to me by the brand. Alrighty, folks. That's all that I have for you guys today. Those are my 7 palettes that I have for the summertime. Let me know in the comment section if you own any of these and would you agree with me? Which ones are you pulling out of your own makeup collection to use this summer? Obviously, you can use palettes whenever you want. I personally like to separate my palettes within seasons because it feels like a new palette all over again without me spending the money. And to me, this feels like I have all these new palettes without having to go out and buy new palettes. You know what I mean? Like that's how my brain works and that's how I separate my makeup collection. But I'd love to know what you're pulling out this summer season. I'm very excited because again, these I only need to pull out 1 or 2 shades and I can be bright as I can be without having to wear too much makeup. So thank you again for watching. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to Dossier for working with me yet again this month. Very excited. Everything you need to know about Dossier will be down in the description box if you're interested in trying out their perfumes. Don't forget to use my coupon code and to sign up to get 30% off overall. That is it, you guys. More videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.